Officials from Armenia's government participated in Innovate Armenia, a festival of ideas and action that took place at the University of Southern California on May 18. Dr. Irina Ghaplanyan, First Deputy Minister of Nature Protection, presented on Armenia's top environmental challenges and possible solutions. She also discussed the intersection of women's rights and environmental issues.
Whether I delve into the conceptual nature of women's rights and environment to the practical aspect of it, the intersections are very many. If we look at environmental degradation, and usually the most vulnerable are women, and that's not only confined to Armenia. In Armenia, traditionally, since the inception of independence, the forefront of civil activities and civil organizations and civil society groups were led by women. So in many respects, there's conceptual and practical intersections of women's rights and environmental causes. And there's a lot to be researched and there's a lot to be told about. Both are on the agenda of the government, and we're working to develop viable solutions and viable roadmaps to achieve the visions that we have, both for environmental sustainability in the country and for achieving gender equality and equal pay for women, because women do constitute the larger portion of our population, yet they are sidelined from the economy significantly. So we need to inject more women into the economy, and we will benefit collectively from it. Women are generally underemployed in the country in different age groups and in different sectors. So first of all, tackling these challenges sustainably would require not only government efforts, but also more active engagement of private sector and more active engagement of local and international organizations, non-governmental organizations. And as we work on this, we need to not only devise policies, but also devise the right narrative and discourse, because women are culturally and socially conditioned to not lean back, because they are looked at not only in Armenia but globally in majority of societies as primary child caregivers. So that we're culturally and socially conditioned to believe that it's mutually exclusive to be full-time employed and to care for your children. So collectively, as a society, as a community, we need to think about not just policy, but how do we re-articulate these important aspects in our society, and how we look at parenting, for example. To outline three most important, I would say it's pollution from old and existing mines. It's water, and we have it in abundance, but unfortunately we don't manage it well. There are massive losses in water infrastructure. So installing proper legislative architecture, proper infrastructure and oversight would be required to solve this challenging problem. And third is forest. There has been almost institutional illegal logging in the country for decades, and we're faced with a major challenge of overcoming and fighting illegal logging, from devising the right legal infrastructure to oversight to teaching the communities that reliability on forest, unsustainable reliability of forest is very short term, and helping communities that live near or in the forest areas to find alternative incomes to not pressure the forest so much. So these are, I would say in a lump sum, the three main priorities, but there's certainly a lot more challenges and environmental challenges in the country. Environmental issues never get translated into actual numbers, but thankfully we do have numbers, and according to a study done, I believe in 2010 by World Bank on Armenia, environmental mismanagement costs our country $75 million annually. So in that sense, there's a huge tag, there's a huge price that we pay for improper management of our environment and our natural resources. In that respect, again, as I said, there's a lot of work that we need to do to develop the right legislative architecture, the right infrastructure, and the right institutions to manage our environment and our natural resources sustainably for the generations to come.